Hi friends, my name is Grace and I'm going to tell you about David and Goliath. And there was a little shepherd boy named David. He had some brothers. They were soldiers and they were in an army. And the other army had a big man. But it wasn't a man, it was a giant. A big giant. And everyone on David's brother's army was very scared to fight Goliath. And one day, David went up to the field to bring some lunch to his brothers. And then he saw Goliath. And in his mind, he felt like he could defeat Goliath. And there was a king named Saul, and he asked King Saul, if he could defeat Goliath. And King Saul said, "You're just a little shepherd boy. How can you defeat a big giant, which is Goliath?" And David said, "God is with me, and I am courageous and brave to defeat Goliath." So King Saul gave David his helmet and sword and shield, but it was too big for David and heavy for him. So after that, he went to the river, but he didn't have the armor and helmet and sword. He was just playing with his clothes. And he went to the river. He got 5 smooth stones. And he went back to the field. And he had a sling and a patch with him, where he put those 5 smooth stones in the patch. And then he went up to the field, and then Goliath said, "Who will fight me?" And David went up to Goliath and said, "I will." And Goliath said, "You're just a small shepherd boy. I could easily kill you." But God knew he couldn't kill David because he was with David in his heart. And Goliath got his big sword out. And he ran up to David, tried to slice him in half. But David slid through his legs. And then he took a stone and put it in his patch and then rolled it around, and he let go, and it went right in his forehead. And then, bam! Goliath went on the floor and he was killed. And then all David's brothers and his army cheered for David and carried him and cheered and said, "David, David, David." And when he grew older, he became the king, and his name was David King. And that's the story of Goliath and David. And what we've learned in that story is God never looks at the outside. He looks in the inside. He never looks at how big we are, how small we are, how our size, our weight. He never looks at that. He looks in our heart and see if we want to know God more. And that's the